Jon Moxley is about to get kicked out of the Deathriders. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the MVP's Lounge. I am your host, as always, the King. Jon Moxley. It's kind of looking very, very slim pickings for this dude in terms of chances that he's been given. I know he's the leader of the Deathriders and all, but as of recent, Jon Moxley, ever since he lost that All In Texas to Hangman Adam Page, he's been on a downward spiral, hasn't he? Just a complete plummet from top of the peak of the mountain down to the bottom. Shout out to my anime fans, but it's starting to feel like Jon Moxley is on a Kaido looking run, going headfirst into the ground because he got tapped out to our guy Hangman Adam Page. Then you turn around and Twin ends up getting tapped out to Darby Allin. Now you're like, okay, it's looking kind of rough for Twin right now. And guess what happens later on? He ends up having to knock out a referee so he wouldn't tap out to Kyle O'Reilly. It keeps getting worse. It gets worse. He loses to Roddy on Collision, losing the advantage in that Blood and Guts match. And then now, just recently, he taps out to O'Reilly in the Blood and Guts match. Jon Moxley just failing the Deathriders left and right. That's not a good look, Twin. That's not a good look at all. Look at you in the cage out here tapping out.
Moxley!
A terrible look for this man. I'm not gonna hold you at all. The rest of the Deathriders, they can't stand for this. Your leader is failing y'all completely. Look at Marina Shafir. She went into that War Games match with those other ladies and she put her team on her back, and look how she hemped up Mina Shirakawa, hemping her up right in front of the love of her life, Toni Storm. She was the MVP of this whole thing, She was stepping on glass, stepping in people's chests. She was in her bag.
And now, Shafir, look at this. Stepping on the glass. And, oh my gosh.
Full on Duffy. And guess what? Her team got the win. Meanwhile, Jon Moxley's side of the things, that was not the case. So, I'm not gonna lie to you. All the words Jon Moxley be saying in the backstage promos and in those vignettes and everything, it's gonna start falling on deaf ears because the rest of the Deathriders ain't gonna stand for this. Because they only get to a point where it's gonna be like, all right, sir, why am I even following you when you out here holding all kinds of L's? We gotta continuously try to save you from all this. Like, this ain't it. This ain't it at all. Now, if he does get assimilated, removed, kicked out, killed, destroyed from the Deathriders, then who takes over the Deathriders when Jon Moxley is gone? That's the question. Now, you could go Gabe Kidd. I don't know if Gabe Kidd's going to be full-time at any point over here, but if he is, you could go Gabe Kidd, and that would be a perfect leader to that. Oh, yeah, you can, like, the amount of stuff you could do with Gabe Kidd, yeah, it would be great. Or, if you're feeling a little frisky, you could add somebody completely new to the group to take over, or just disband the group altogether. After you kick out Moxley, you can just disband the whole group. Depends on what you want to do. But I would just honestly put Gabe Kidd as head honcho and get him full time here in AEW. If not, find somebody new to take over and keep it pushing. All right. Just imagine down the line, right? They kick out Moxley and Moxley has to team with Darby to go against the Deathriders. That would be nuts. That would be insane, wouldn't it? That'd be something to see. Low key though. But you guys let me know how you feel about this in the comment section down below. You guys think Jon Moxley's gonna end up getting kicked out of the Deathriders? I think he is. It's about time for that. We're about to have a complete shift going forward in this whole new arc of AEW that's gonna happen, and I don't know if Jon Moxley's gonna be a heel in this situation. He might end up turning back face, and he might have to fight against his own Deathriders soon enough. But we're gonna find out. I'll see you guys here in the MVP Genres next time. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
And now, Shafir, look at this. Stepping on the glass.
Damn! He ain't gonna be a
MVPs.